Bom dia, hello Portugal, it is William calling from Weeby Blogs, and this is super exciting. Festival da Canção 2021 has reached its grand conclusion. I don't know who is gonna win, but I am excited to read in the comments who you think should win, to read your top three. But as for now, we are gonna consult with Portuguese blogger Bernardo Pereira and British blogger Devina at ROMEU.com and myself to determine who we think should go, or rather, our personal preferences. This is not a prediction. This is simply each of us naming our top three. Barnaby, are you ready to talk about it? Let's do this. And before we start this video, let me just preface this by saying I'm editing the video, and so I insert the clips of the songs, and sometimes it was very confusing to me because I didn't know what the chorus was. With a lot of these songs, I really struggle to identify the hook and or the chorus, so forgive me if I get that wrong. Maybe you can keep a running tally. In any case, Bernardo, take it away.
Hello to my beautiful counterparts in London and to all of you watching us at home during this COVID-19 pandemic. I know it's been crazy, but Eurovision has been keeping us sane for the past year. And we're full steam ahead to Rotterdam 2021, and so is Portugal. With its final this Saturday, 10 songs will compete for one ticket to Rotterdam. There are plenty of favorites, plenty of genres, but only one will win, and I'm here to share with you my top three songs. The ones, it's a mix of my personal taste and the ones I think would do better at a Eurovision. Just to mention two other songs that are not in my top three, but maybe in contention to win this year of Festival da Canção, are KARETUS with their song SAUDADE. I think this is more in the vein of Conan Osiris, more experimental, the mixture of traditional Portuguese sounds with electronic music. For my personal taste and my evaluation of the song, while I love KARETUS' work, I don't think this has enough potential for Eurovision. I don't think the song itself has enough progression. I think ROMEU is a very good vocalist, but as I told you before, the song doesn't have progression, so his performance doesn't have progression as well. I think it's a little bit flat, and in a sea of songs, it won't stand out and people won't vote for it, and I am afraid this wouldn't do as well as people think at Eurovision, and that's why it's not on my top three. And the other fan favorite that may win this is Deslandes with TRIZ.
Não se encontra duas vezes o que eu te dei. Há quem viva a vida inteira sem achar alguém.
Beautiful vocalist, beautiful ballad. I think it's very much in the vein of Salvador Sobral and Amar pelos Dois. And at the end of the day, I don't think it will do as good as he did in 2017. I think it will be compared in some ways as well. So I really don't think it would be. It's a great song, and it will probably be all over the commercial radios in Portugal, and deservedly so. But I think for Eurovision, it's not the best option. Without further ado, I will go into my top three. My number three is EU.CLIDES with VOLTE-FACE. I think it's a beautiful song with a stunning singer. I know this is not the typical genre that fares well at Eurovision, but it's a perfect symbiosis of the genres and the types of sounds that are currently sweeping the Portuguese music scene, and I think EU.CLIDES and his composer Pedro are a perfect embodiment of that new wave of Portuguese music that is sweeping the nation.
Bom dia! Olá! Festival da Canção. Oh my god, I feel like I have a love-hate, but more love relationship with this national selection. Of course, it's produced a Eurovision winner in, Salvador Sobral, which, by the way, was a really tough year. And fan favorites like Susie, Eu quero ser tua, oh, oh, oh. 2021, however, it's been a challenge. It has been a challenge. Wow, so this festival has been quite indie, quite alternative, kind of out of the box. You know, you kind of have to suspend what you know about Eurovision and just kind of like, okay, we're working with a new brief here. And it's been difficult to follow. I do have a top 3, however. And in third place is KARETUS and ROMEU BAIROS with SAUDADE. I like this. You know, I think that it's got a decent melody and it's got some really wacky staging and really messy lights. But what I think lets this down is the energy is just not there. It's just sung in such an understated way that I can't, you know, quite often we criticize entries, like we say, oh, the singer is great, but it's the song or it's the staging. This one actually, it's, you know, the singers could believe in their entry a bit more and kind of really sell it. I feel like they're really underselling. But having said that, I really like the song and I like the mood it gives, you know, as an audio track. They need to work on their staging.
My number 3 goes to Carolina Deslandes with Por TRIZ.
Achar alguém que faça tudo quanto eu fiz, que queira tanto ser feliz, fomos quase tudo.
I think that she's a lovely performer. I think of all the artists in this selection, she's one of the ones I most identify with. There's something very sweet, very tender, very real, very honest, very open, very kind, very generous about her. The song itself is very pared back. It's atmospheric. Atmospheric to the point that I don't think it's high impact enough for the Eurovision stage. I mean, you can be quiet and pared back. Like Salvador Sobral, his song wasn't like boom in your face, but it had a sort of X Factor magical quality. This is a bit more subtle than that, and I'm not sure it has that same fire underneath it, but she's amazing. I love the filming in the black and white. It's very old cinema, you know, Portuguese film. I like the vibe. I just think it needs a climax and a more sort of identifiable hook, but this is very classy, well done. Girl, you are amazing.
Yes, queen.
My number 2 is VALÉRIA, Na Mais Profunda Saudade.
E sempre que vejo o mar, vejo a cor do teu olhar e sinto o teu coração.
This is a fado song, as most of you already know. And I put this at number 2 because I don't think there are a lot of competitive songs for Eurovision in the Portuguese selection this year. But I think this one would stand out exactly because there won't be anything like it at Eurovision. I think VALÉRIA is a stunning, stunning singer. I think her vocal power is probably one of the best, if not the best, in this year's competition. And I think it would do a brilliant job at Eurovision representing Portugal and its culture.
In second place, it ain't Bernardo Tavares Pereira, it is Bernardo NEEV. The song is Dancing in the Stars.
I remember seeing your eyes close and feel the air leave your body for the last time, for the last time.
Now this is a song that has a really magical quality, and of course NEEV has had international success, particularly in Scandinavia. I think Norway had a big chart hit, and you know, he's on the piano, and this is really beautiful. Again, the staging is somewhat lackluster. I kept looking at that candle flickering the whole time. I'm thinking, I don't want anything to catch fire here, but I like it, but there's one more I prefer over it.
My number 2 is NEEV with Dancing in the Stars.
Still here singing for you, and they tell me I'll be okay, but I don't know.
I think that NEEV is a very good performer. He seems very sincere. There's a lot of feeling on his face. This song, you can hear it on the radio in several different countries. It is a little, we've heard this before, however, it's done well. And we look at the quality here, I think a lot of people across borders could identify with this. This is perhaps a song that gives them the best chance of making the final. I think with the staging, they've got an idea here. I love the aerial shots where you see the illuminated circle. I like kind of the stage is circular and the light beams coming down. It's very classy. The idea of stars dancing in them, people understand this. Yeah. To be honest, at this particular moment, I can't remember what the chorus is, but I know that when I was watching it, I was like, yeah, this is believable. He seems like a real performer. And I just love all of this. When he's performing, he's feeling all of this. This is a sad boy ballad in some ways, but it's also hopeful and inspirational. So yeah, just don't burn yourself on that candle.
My number 1 is NEEV with Dancing in the Stars.
Now you're dancing in the stars above us, and I'm still here singing for you, and they tell me I'll be okay, but I don't know.
I think this is the full package. Some of you may call it generic. Some of you may find it very similar to other types of songs that we've heard in the past. But I haven't seen that hurting the other songs that we've seen in the past at Eurovision. I think this is the full package. I think he's a gorgeous vocalist. I think the song is extremely well composed. The instrumental is extremely well built as well. It has an amazing bridge. His voice carries the song from the very first moment to the very last moment. I think it's very striking, and with the right staging, I think this could do real damage at Eurovision. And by real damage, I mean qualifying for the grand final at Eurovision, which is more than we've been able to do in the past years. These are my top 3 choices. It's a mixture of my personal taste and the songs that I think would fare well at Eurovision. You may have different opinions. That's perfectly okay. I just hope you tune in to Festival da Canção this Saturday at 21 Greenwich GMT, I think it's 21 GMT. And if you speak Portuguese, you can follow the online stream of Festival da Canção. I'll be there commenting for the entire evening with my beautiful RTP colleague JOANA Martins. I hope to see you there if you speak Portuguese. If not, just watch the live stream and share your opinions on social media with the hashtag Festival da Canção and hashtag O Festival é Nosso. If you don't know how to write that, you can search on Twitter and you'll find all the answers. I'll leave it to Devin and William to conclude this video for you, and I'll see you soon.
My number 1 is a drum roll, civil play.
Drum.
EU.CLIDES. The song is VOLTE-FACE.
Olham-me mais, não estou. Dá as massas para as praças e não dou seu coração.
I was so blown away by this, the simplicity of this. You know, this artist actually sits on a stool the whole time and just sings from the heart in a kind of, reminds me of somebody who was just so withdrawn from the moment, but really centered on his emotion, and that's, you know, that's what's sacred. I really like the song, you know, and I like the simplicity of the performance. Obviously, this will need to be amped for Eurovision at this rate. I feel like Portugal just wants to show its breadth of musical diversity. It's not really gunning for a place in the final, I don't think. These songs are just not strong enough. But of the three, well, actually, of the both semi-final, one semi-final, two Festival da Canção, I feel like this one really touches me the most. It's just beautiful, you know? And I think that, you know, Festival da Canção still needs to commit to entries that, it needs to be true to its own voice. I mean, Salvador Sobral caught the hearts and minds of people all over Europe, but it was really quite left field. You know, as could Osiris, who actually was my favorite in the year he competed at Eurovision. And I still love that entry. And I think this EU.CLIDES has that sort of vibe as well, where I absolutely love it, but I worry that others may not get it as much as I do. Oh, and those dreads all bunched up on the side. Let's just say I got a new fashion moment coming up. How do I even start that moment? Let's see. Oh, where are you?
And my number one is the one that makes me move. It is KARETUS and ROMEU BAIROS with SAUDADE.
Vira e volta a saudade, vira e volta a saudade, vira e volta a saudade.
I think this would struggle to make the final at Eurovision, but it kind of has shades of Conan Osiris in that it's drawing on some sort of traditional sound, but then updating it very much for today. There's some dancing that's at once artistic and Portuguese feeling. There are these traditional costumes. Yeah, there are these beautiful costumes, and I don't know what they represent, but it feels magical. It feels like they're casting a spell on me. I love the illuminated box. I think the box is quite clever. The traditional tiles in the background. I love Portuguese tiles. Yes, y'all better all aboard. Hello, we are all aboard with these gorgeous tiles. This is just a really interesting performance. I don't remember the hook. I remember it being quite bouncy. It's very Spartan and bare, but it kind of jolts me into waking up. I'm like, what's going on? Is this for real? And it is for real. But, you know, does Portugal want to make the final? We saw with Conan Osiris, who did this better, actually. This this unique art genre. He did it much better. Yeah, I don't think it would make the final, but I really like it. I think it's great. And yeah, I wish them all the luck in the world. Yeah, go. Well, that's what we think. What do you think? Are you living for Portugal's Festival da Canção this year? Do you think any of these songs can make the final? Do you think any of these songs could actually win the Eurovision Song Contest? Be sure to let us know in the comments down below.
Please follow us on multiple social media platforms: TikTok, Pinterest, YouTube, Tumblr, Snapchat, Facebook, podcast on Apple Music and Spotify, a website, wooiblogs.com.
And we will see you later. Bye.
Bye.